Modern kitchens have become sterile. We've stripped away so many useful features chasing minimalism that we've actually made our kitchens worse to live in. After 20 years in kitchen design, I'm seeing homeowners desperately missing things their grandmothers had built in as standard. Today, I'm breaking down 10 kitchen features we abandoned way too soon. Let's get started. Number 10. Butler's Pantries. A butler's pantry is a hidden staging area between your kitchen and dining room. In the 1980s, these disappeared because designers said they were unnecessary. But here's what happens. You're hosting dinner and your kitchen becomes a disaster zone. Dirty pots, prepped ingredients, everything's on display while guests are trying to eat. A butler's pantry solves this. You prep in private, then walk through with finished dishes. Your kitchen stays hidden. I worked with a client who added one and it cost about $8,000 but completely changed how she entertains. Number 9. Double basin sinks. Single bowl sinks became the default around 2010. Designers said they were more versatile. You could fit bigger pots, but here's the problem. You've got a pot soaking on one side and you need to rinse vegetables on the other. With one bowl, you're constantly adjusting and squeezing in. Just feels cramped. A double basin lets you maintain two workflows. Dirty on one side, clean on the other. Modern double sinks are around 32-33 inches wide with each side being 15 inches. That's plenty of space without sacrificing functionality. Number 8. Work islands with seating on one side only. Kitchen islands these days have 4 seats all around. Sounds wonderful, except the cook is trapped. You've got people sitting directly in your workspace. They're in your way every single time you move. Traditional kitchens had work tables with seating on one side only. The cook maintained full access to 3 sides while people sat and chatted on the 4th. I redesigned a kitchen where the island had seating on 3 sides. The owner felt like a performer in a fishbowl. We reconfigured it to one side and suddenly the cook had freedom again. Number 7. Deep walk-in pantries. The open kitchen trend convinced us we don't need pantries. Everything should fit in cabinets. So we eliminated walk-ins and ended up with counters buried in clutter. People installed open shelving thinking it would make kitchens feel bigger. Instead, their kitchens filled with stuff that had nowhere to go. A proper walk-in pantry, even a modest 6 by 8 feet, can absorb enormous amounts of storage and keep your main kitchen clean and calm. I worked with a family who added one from an underutilized hallway, cost about $6,000. The transformation was immediate. The kitchen went from cluttered to calm. Number 6. Kitchen windows that open. Modern kitchens have pretty windows, but they're mostly fixed glass. Kitchens generate heat, steam, and smells. You open a window to vent those out, but you get maybe a 4-inch crack. That's not enough airflow to clear anything. Older kitchens had operable windows designed for kitchen ventilation. Double-hung windows that opened fully. A proper operable window above the sink creates natural airflow that's sometimes as effective as a range hood. It brings in fresh air, lets out steam and odors, and creates a connection to the outside that modern sealed kitchens completely lack. Number 5. Secondary sinks and prep zones. Modern kitchen design says you need one workflow zone, everything centralized. But what happens when multiple people cook? Your partner's at the main sink rinsing vegetables while you need to fill a pot. You're both waiting, stepping around each other, creating bottlenecks. A secondary sink, even a simple 24-inch basin in a prep area, changes everything. I redesigned a kitchen where the owners wanted to cook together, but their single sink became a constant point of contention. We added a prep station on the opposite wall with a small sink and a few feet of counter. Suddenly they could both prep independently. Number 4. Solid cabinet backs. Open concepts removed walls and the backing on kitchen cabinetry. Now your upper cabinets stop at the dining room edge and everything's visible from both sides. It looks spacious on paper, but your kitchen chaos extends into the dining room. Traditional kitchens had solid cabinet backs that faced the adjacent room. They created a visual boundary between kitchen and dining space. The kitchen looked like a kitchen. The dining room looked finished and intentional. I worked on a renovation where the open kitchen looking into the dining room felt awkward. We added an island with a solid back facing the dining room and suddenly both spaces felt intentional. Number 3. Built-in storage and vertical shelving. Everything today is supposed to be hidden behind seamless cabinet doors, but this has made kitchens less functional. Bread boxes, built-in spice racks, vertical slots for baking sheets. These weren't just decorative. They were functional design solutions. A bread box keeps bread fresh and accessible. Vertical slots let you organize efficiently instead of stacking everything where it's hard to access. These specialized storage solutions make kitchens actually work better. Modern design says everything should be generic and hidden. Traditional design said form follows function. Sometimes that means specific, visible storage for specific things. Number 2. Ducted ventilation hoods. Modern kitchens installed recirculating range hoods that pull air through a filter and blow it back into the kitchen. Designers love them because they don't require ducting to the exterior, they're cheaper to install and look clean, but they're basically just fans blowing filtered air in circles. A properly ducted hood that vents outside actually removes moisture, heat, and smell from your kitchen. That's better for comfort and your home structure. Humidity that stays inside builds up in walls, damages cabinetry, feeds mold. This is one area where you cannot compromise on function for aesthetics. A ducted hood costs more, but it's worth every penny. Number 1. Proper counter depth and workspace. This costs the most to fix if you get it wrong. Modern kitchen islands and counters have shrunk. Designer kitchens often have islands barely 24 inches deep, counters that are only 18 inches from backsplash to edge. It looks clean and minimal, but it doesn't work for cooking. A proper counter should be 24 to 25 inches deep. That gives you room to work, prep, and set things down. I remodeled a designer kitchen with counters only 18 inches deep. The owners loved how it looked, they hated how it functioned. After 6 months they had to reconfigure everything because there was nowhere to actually work. Here's the pattern I'm seeing. Homeowners who love their kitchens didn't chase every trend and didn't sacrifice function for minimalism. They brought back features that actually work. Proper storage, multiple work zones, actual depth and workspace, ventilation that removes moisture. Modern design is beautiful, but it doesn't always work. Take the best of modern aesthetics and combine it with the functionality that older kitchens understood. Comment below and tell me which of these you're bringing back.